Welcome back to another video with your piano music and repair. Today's video I want to show you how to replace the neck on your electric bass guitar. So there's a lot of things that you want to be aware of when you replace the neck on your bass guitar. It's not just, replace it and you're done. It's something you've got to be really careful about doing. You can damage your bass. I'm going to be doing a demonstration. I'm just going to be, I'm not really replacing the neck on this one. This is a new bass, but I'm just doing a demonstration for y'all. I'm just going to be taking this neck off and putting it back on. So the bass that I'm using for this video is a Glary GP2, which are upgraded Glary bass models. This is my personal bass. I use this bass to practice. So when you restring a bass guitar, not restring, I'm sorry. When you replace the neck, the first thing you want to do is you want to get all the tension off of the bass, off of everything. And if you're gonna put the same strings on, like say maybe you were just say maybe you broke the neck, or maybe you were playing it or whatever, and maybe you dropped it or something like that, or maybe you dropped it and then it busted the neck or whatever, or the neck swelled, or it just ain't worth fixing up. There's many reasons why you can replace the neck on a bass. I'll explain that in another video. This video is just going to be showing you how to replace it. So what you want to do is you want to get all the tension off the string. So I would start on the E string and just loosen all the tension off of the strings right here. And I have another video showing you how to restring a bass. That video will be for how to put new strings on, by the way, when you do this. But right now we're just removing the neck on this bass. So you just want to get the strings all loosened up, and you'll see that the Whelmings come out like that. And these are some really good bass strings. I'm really happy with these strings. I got the Ernie Ball regular Slinkies. That's what I got. Now once you get your string out, as you can see, this curl right here, if possible, you want to leave that curl, because it's just kind of like similar to a piano. Putting it back on, you just slide it on the pin or whatever. Like on the piano, you would slide it on the pin with a tool, then you push that in the hole, and then you would start cranking or whatever. So we're gonna leave that loop there. We're just gonna take our string, we're gonna move it to the side. If you're not replacing the strings, don't worry about doing all that extra stuff. So okay, so now once you got your strings off of the bass, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you'll notice this, how I lay the strings out. If you're like really protective over your bass, which this bass is just a practice bass, you can put like a paper towel or just a microfiber cloth or something right there to protect everything while you're just looking everything over. And what you want to do, and you can slip something under here. And what I want to do, like I said, I'm not really protective over this bass whatsoever by any means. So I'm going to leave the strings in the slot so I don't have to go through and organize them and everything. So I'm just going to put the bass strings, throw them to the side. Like I said, I'm not, particular about the finish on this bass. So I'm going to take the bass, and I'm going to flip the bass over on its back. And I'm going to go back and make sure the strings are in the correct place, which of these are not. Alright, now we're looking at the back of our bass here. This video is not about the machine heads. I'll do another video about that. About how to replace them, about how to reinstall the machine heads and all that stuff. So, as you can see, we have a back plate here. This is called the back plate, and that was a big old finger smudge. Look at that. This is called the back plate, and it's a pretty good back plate. Like I said, this is a pretty new bass. So now that I got all the tension off of the neck, the tool that you're going to be needing is a Phillips head screwdriver. That's what I got. And like I said, and that's not the only thing. Sometimes you can need neck shims. That's also possible as well. It's good to have neck shims, but like I said, where this is a brand new base, I'm not going to worry about none of that. If it has a neck shim in, you just put it back. So, go ahead and just get them screws. You just want to take each of them 4 screws out very, very slowly and very carefully. Not making sure that you're not damaging anything. Just take it out really carefully. Okay, so now once you got your screws out of the base, you see them right there where you know where they are. And first thing you're gonna notice is this back plate immediately is loose. And there's 2 plates. There's a plate right here, and that lines up. And then where's this plate? Now, it's good to know which is which. A lot of times with your base, the side that's more scratched up would be the side that points upwards. So this side right here will be the side that points up, because you can see all the scratches. You can see that side has hardly any whatsoever. So, nice little metal neck plate there. I do like that neck plate. So we'll set these aside. And now what you want to do is you want to be very careful doing this. Is you want to take the base, and you want to be very careful doing this. And you want to turn the base back on its back. And right now it's on the belly, I like to call it. Now you want to turn it back on its back. So let's do that really carefully without doing anything. Okay, just like that. Like I said, these strings can be annoying, and now once you do that, what you want to do is you want to get your neck, and it's good to use 2 hands, but I have 1, and you want to very slowly, very slowly lift up on the neck. And it comes out, and daggone, they left a lot of sawdust in there. Wow, look at that inside of this neck. Anyway, well, there's that. You can see there's the inside of that neck. And here's the neck itself. And you can see that there was just 4 screws that we removed. And that's all that there is to that neck right there. And you can, and once you get your new neck, you can put it back on. And then you just have the glary body right there. Or whatever you want to call it. But that's one thing I didn't know about this base particularly, is how rough all this is in here. That is one thing about glary that I'm concerned about. And if you look in here, the pit guard, they didn't get it right there. But anyway, so once you got your neck off, you want to do whatever you're doing. If you're taking the machine heads off of your old neck, I'll do another video on that here in the future of how to replace the machine heads and your string tree. So I'll do another video on that here soon. So to put the neck back on your base, what you want to do is you want to go in, and you don't want to slide. That's one thing that people do all the time, and that's not how you put a neck back in the base. That's not how you do it. You want to go up. Like I said, I'm doing this one-handed. You want to go up from the top, and you want to slide it in. Make sure it's nice and snug. All right, now once you got your base neck on, you want to turn it on its back. Make sure the holes are lined up completely. You can see they are. They're lined up pretty good. And what you want to do is you want to take your plates and put them back on. So what you want to do, just want to get the plate. Like I mentioned, you want to take the plates right here. This plate right here, you'll see a little rim. So you just want to set that plate right here and make sure you have the right side of the plate, the shiniest part sticking up. You can see this is not as shiny. You can't really see it on the camera, but I can tell clearly. And this just sits in that. You can see right now and through that hole completely. So take that and set it right there, and you want to line them holes up. And take your screw, make sure that you're going in it right, and then put your screws back in. Now, one thing I do recommend doing this though. When you put your screws in, you want to get your screws to where they're in there and they're straight. And then I want to put them all in here. That's why I want to do it all at one time, because your whole neck plate moves. I'll go ahead and do the top corner one. Just to make sure it's in there. Alright. But yeah, you just want to put these screws, and you want to get them in on there, because you don't want to get in there and have stuff moving around on you. Now what you want to do when you get all that back in there is make sure they're going in snugly, like this one right here. You don't want to make sure you ain't stripping nothing, so watch your hole, of course, and make sure that you're going in straight. Just like that. Now once your screws are sitting in the neck pocket like this, you can see it wobbles a little bit, but the screws will fix that once they get tightened down. So now you just want to take a screwdriver and you want to tighten your screws back down. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to over tighten, but you don't want to get it loose either. So get it to where it's nice and snug, but it's not like so tight that, so tight that you have to force it. Just get in there, maybe give it a little bit of pressure when it's to the point where it doesn't want to turn, by just lightly turn it. Just when it stops turning, when you do this, give it like that, and then be done. But don't force it. Like if you're having to put a lot of force into it, that's one way to break your neck and your threads. So just go ahead and tighten your neck down there. Okay, so our screws are in and the neck's on, and the screws are tightened down. Now one thing you want to do when you get the screws tightened down pretty good, you want to go back and recheck them just to make sure they're down good. It's kind of like replacing a car tire. You just want to recheck everything once you get it down. And that's what I recommend doing too. Like same thing with a car, when you're putting the lug nuts on, it's good to go across, because all the pressure and stuff. But it's, kind of like with a car, you want to go from corner to, you don't want to go in a straight circle. You want to go from there to there, and all like that. So that's the same thing with this, put, this screw in, that screw, there's stuff like that. So you have an even balance with everything. So now what you want to do, I just want you to make sure your screws are good and snug. You want to pick your base up and make sure your neck ain't popping out, which is pretty good. And like I said, again, watch them strings, because they can get you. Let's see, all of these strings here in the way. Alright, now once your neck is back on, you want to, of course, make sure, look it again to make sure that it's on right, which it is. So now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and put your strings back on. Alrighty, so once you get your neck back on your bass and it's on correctly, and you string it up and you tune it up, make sure your neck is straight, of course. Make sure it's on there good, which it is. Make sure there's not really much. Sounds pretty good. And like I said, I didn't replace this neck. I just took it on. I took it off and put it back on, just to show y'all how to do it. But that's how you replace the neck. So, and once you do that and you get the bass all tuned up, you're pretty much good to go. Pretty much good to go from there. But there you have it. That's how you replace the neck on your bass guitar. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Feel free to join us for other videos here at Piano Music and Repair. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Be sure to like and subscribe, and feel free to ask some questions. See ya.